live stream today because at this moment in time, because the one of the live stream that I uploaded accidentally got deleted. I hope I can restore it. It was the morning session where I did the landscape drawing, which you may know which one I did. It's this particular drawing that I did with you guys, and it's a shame because that video is not showing now. But I wanted to add something to the app since you guys are already here, and I wanted to show you a few other things about the app. It's a good opportune time to show you this. So I'm in landscape mode, okay? So let me go back to the home screen. This is the home screen. So the home screen has these main buttons: tutorials, community, draw on my paintings. And the majority of you who install the app immediately think that they should get into drawing, but they overlook one of the most important section, which is the tutorial section. And if you go there, it's actually organized drawing in the method that you may be familiar with, for example, paint by numbers. So these are effectively tutorials, but fun tutorials to help you. I call them tutorials, but in effect, they're actually fun drawing examples that you can do. Like take, for example, the paint by numbers. Let's click on that. There are over 200 of these tutorials or these drawings that you can do. Let's pick one. If you look at some of them are unfortunately duplicated here in some of them, but don't worry about that. They're exactly the same thing. As is a fix we're going to do at the back end, of course. If you look at this, and then you'll see there's some categories at the top. You can select the paint by numbers method of drawing with Paintology based on your level of ability. Let's take, for example, this one, the pizza. You'll see it's got a video icon on the top. Let's click on this particular paint by numbers. All right. So what it does, it takes you to the actual video showing you how the drawing was made. And if you click on that, you'll see that
installed. You will be drawing in minutes.
Showing you, giving you an intro and drawing on this, okay? And then if you want to exit this, just click on that bottom left toggle button and you'll come back to this drawing here. So let's do this drawing to show you how it works. So you got the one, and then you click on the one, and the one color is automatically picked. And you could use the brushes. Usually I stick to line when it comes to do the paint by numbers. So here I go. One, and then there's another one here. So this is exactly like the paint by numbers you may be familiar with, right? So there you are, see? And then if you want to get into the details, you can reduce the brush size. Yeah. Okay. Oops, that's even too big, isn't it? So reduce the brush size. And then we can do this tiny details, as you can see here. Okay, you just keep doing that, and then you'll be able to. And let's go to there. Let's do 5 here. Let's pick the 5 color on the bottom tray. That's all it takes. And what is this doing, apart from the fact that you're trying to improve your drawing strokes by drawing this way? It's actually helping you to understand shape, form, and color. One of the important things that the Paintology app tries to teach you is not how to draw with digital tools, but how to improve your art skills overall, which can help you in other art mediums such as acrylic, charcoal, oils, watercolors, etc. Yeah, so that's how it works. So you can go 8, which is that's a smaller brush, so we can increase that, and then that will allow us to do this quickly, and then we can lower the size. Yeah, so there's so many. So you can watch the videos that come with it, which is the bottom left icon, and you can toggle between the drawing. Some of the drawings you can follow along to, right? And it will resume where you left off. So you can just toggle between that, and then of course you can save this drawing. Okay, save it, and when you go back home to the home screen, you'll see the drawing is available in your My Paintings, and you can resume the drawing again. Okay, that's quite simple and nothing easy to follow. So let's go back to tutorials and check the pencil drawing. Pencil drawing is quite unique in the sense that you do make pencil-like drawings. And let's check which one should we do. Let's check this one. The first one. Again, there's quite a lot of tools, tutorials based on that. Let's click on this one. Right. And here we have, this one comes with a video as well. And we can see how this works. So you can see how they're doing that. And then you can do the same. Yeah, it's using the line brush. Okay, and it's showing you how this is working. So this is actually portrait mode, but since I'm demonstrating in landscape, then then we need to operate in landscape mode. So let me show you how this works, right? So let's say we're on the line brush and we want to do that drawing, and we can go to grayscale here. Okay, it's very important. It's important you follow it. I'm not saying it's very important, but the grayscale is quite important for you to help you improve your understanding of shades and tones and values. Those are the core art skill that any teacher in pencil drawing will tell you. It's shading, yeah, which is the tones that are available. So this gray tone, excellent way of getting tones. And we won't worry about the density just yet. So let me just show you how I'm going to do this drawing. So I'm going to take this down, yeah, and then I'm just adding his black hair, right, like this. And then we can see that the face will have some variations or tonal values. And so we can say, well, let's take the grayscale down on and let's make his face have these tonal values, a bit lighter perhaps, right? Okay. And then you can say, well, okay, and then we can go and reduce the tones. The nose has, or the face has a certain amount of tones, so you can decide that you want to do it. This is the line brush I'm showing you, and I think I will also show you using the shade brush, but for now I'm just showing you the line brush. Yeah, so I'm just going over here, just using the same shade, and then maybe I want the nose to have a little bit, this is an anime, so, and then maybe I want to reduce the size a little bit. And then you can see his eyes. His eyebrows will be a little bit darker. So you can see how I'm operating and using this. And then it's got all his pupils here, right? And then let's take that up there, okay? And then let's pick the same pupil size and draw him here. And then we can say, well, let's put some dark patches here because we know his side of the face. There's a little dark, and then just what got the color palette there. Just work with that, okay? Well, and then we could add some of this, the hair, that gives him some character, and then we can we can carry on doing his tones here, a little bit darker perhaps under his eyelid, yeah. This is in black and white, so here. And now what we can do is we can say that I'm not quite happy with his face. Maybe we want to actually um, merge. Let's do that lips down there, okay. And let's say we want this area here. Can you see here? I want to perhaps merge it, and this is where the density comes in. So taking that down, and watch how I merge this, blend this. I should say blend it. So I pick the color picker of this. So I'm going to show you quickly blending, and then look at the color picker when I pick this side, and look at the color picker. So somewhere, let's go somewhere in between, and then let's take the density down, and this density will try and merge. Okay, if it's not working, increase the tone here, or increase the density setting here. So basically this density setting that you see there, okay, take the brush size, is effectively, look, it's merging the two right there. And then we can merge this side, this dark side, and then just blend it. Right? Look how nicely it's blending it. And then we can, right, giving a three-dimensional look to that, yeah? So I'm going to explain a little bit about the density setting. Let's reduce that, it's way too big. Right. Then maybe I would just want to keep that here. I don't know. Just showing you how. So I'm going to tell you in a bit what the density setting does. Maybe you're not totally familiar with that. But let me just finish some parts of the face here. Giving it a bit more depth, right? Look, so he's looking like a bit better than compared to the cartoon style. So then we can have the thing around his lips as well. It's a bit too small. So we can add there. Right, perfect, isn't it? So what I'm saying is the density. Well, how does that work? This density setting. Well, this is very easy actually. The density setting is the reason why I'm able to make photorealistic drawings, and also allow you to make photorealistic drawings. And what that does, what this density setting does, is when you're at 100%, it's essentially let's say you have a pencil. You have this is the pencil, and you have the gradients of each of the pencils. At 100%, it basically means the density is at 100%, meaning that you're going to get exactly that tone no matter what. You won't be able to, like, let's say, for example, I go here, and then I go to 100%, yeah, and then here. If I were to go over it, I get the same tone, okay? Let me go here again, how in this area of the gray bar, if I went over it again, I'm getting exactly the same tone, right? And notice what happens when I take the density down to 50%. Look, you can see it? Basically, it's increasing the tone to meet the final tone setting here. So it means it gives you gradation of tonal values, which is the reason why you can make such realistic drawings easily compared to then digital tools. Let's take it dark here, right? So I've got the density setting at around 50%. And let's do that. Let me show you again. Let's go here. Let's take a bigger brush. Yeah, so let's go here, and then let's go over it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's achieved the tonal values of here. It's not going to go any further than that, because why should it? Because it's the 100% of that tone, right? Let me show you again what I mean. Let's go around here, right, to this. So we can pick up tones by going over it and defining the tone. It's just like a pencil, right? Does that make sense? It's just like a pencil. So here, if we take it down, the expectation is that you would need to, let's take it up darker, you would have a lot more strokes to before you can get it to the total dark setting of that tonal value, see? So it gives you like an HB pencil, but it's far more versatile than an HB pencil. And I've written blog posts which you can check out for yourself. It's all there. And the blog post on paintology.com will tell you all will give you so many articles that I've written for the last few years when it comes to digital drawing and the differences why some choose to use tools over techniques and art, which is what Paintology is all about, showing you the core skills. Yeah, so that's pencil drawing. And now we could save this, okay, and then we can pull it up again when we're comfortable and take and do the same drawing. Let's go back to that same drawing, and I want to show you the pencil drawing because there's many examples of this that you can do to learn. Let's pick this one up again, and then here I'm going to show you the line brush. This is more typical of a pencil brush, so I'm going to show you the shade brush. I'm sorry, that's what I meant to say. So again, the shade brush, and again it will be dependent on what gray setting you have. So now I'm beginning to see why I was a bit annoyed when I wasn't getting the tones I want. It's only because I didn't have a darker tone in the first place. So let's see what happens when I do the black hair with this larger brush. Right? So I'm going to go here. See how the shade brush works? Without having the density settings, I'm basically controlling almost like a type of a pencil-like shade effect, isn't it? I mean, just look, it's like a shade effect, right? And then we can do the same thing here, right? We can reduce the brush size, keep it at top here, so we have maximum setting. And I'm going to take that down, and then I'm going to do the eyebrows here. Simply do the eyebrows. Yeah, that might be too small. See how it works? Very different to the line brush, isn't it? Line is a bit more distinct, and the shade is a bit more like a shade, you know, like a pencil-like type of drawing. Okay. So let's do his pupils here. That's different style of drawing. Okay, and then we can increase it here, and then we get different shades of his forehead, and then we could just simply color it in here. Then his nose here, right? And then when you get to his lips, we could perhaps use a different, smaller brush. Okay, and then just go back, and then we could take a bigger brush. And did we move this? Don't know why we moved that. Perhaps it was instinctive. But here we could take a bigger brush and just gradually just work his face. That's way too dark, so we could just go down even on this scale, yeah? See that? Right there. See that? There. And then we could take that down and then make this part darker. See how that works? Right? Okay. See how this works? There. Can you see? It's a different type of effect. It allows you really good drawings, and I'll show you on the drive. Let me go to drive and show you the paintworks that I've done. And where is it stored? I should go to my artworks. And then here are the drawings I've done using shade. So you can see here I did one here of the emerald using the shade, freehand drawing. Here is exactly just the shade brush, that's all it is. And then I did that on a tablet. You can see photorealistic drawing just with one shade brush, that's it. And then I just controlled with the grayscale mode. Here's another one. This was done a combination of line and shade. That's all it is. There's another portrait drawing. This was done with shade and line as well. So here, pencil-like drawing. It looks just like, excuse me, just like a pencil drawing, right? So here I see I was making a photorealistic drawing. This was on the Amazon tablet actually. Paintology is available for that. So there you are. Now I'm going to show you another last example, which is block coloring. And we're actually on a block coloring here. Let's show you here. This one, let's open this up. Now, this one is showing rapid block coloring, this tutorial on your phone. So what's that saying? It's actually showing a video of how you can do it. So you can watch the video and do it, but I'm going to explain to you how it's all done. Yeah, this is actually the method I use in my live stream to show and understand and tune yourself to getting more block coloring, right? To become more tuned into tones, tones. So I have it in grayscale mode here. And what it does is that I'm able to zoom in and use the color picker and do something called block coloring. So I'm going to go to the line brush. Usually I typically use line, and then I'm going to pick a brush size 100%, and then I'm going to use the color picker, and then I'm going to select. It's way too big, isn't it? Okay, here. Let's select the color tone here. Yeah, so it's actually picking the color tones that's over here. But the problem, can you see it? That tone. So I've selected, because a dark background it's already provided you with a dark canvas, so I got a little bit confused. And now that's all we're going to do. It's pick the color picker of the actual image. This could be your own image, right? It doesn't have to be this. Look at the images. Look at the small brush I used. But let me show you quick drawing, this block coloring, where I pick the colors from the actual reference image. Yeah. Okay. And then I'm just going to do a little bit of the head so you can see for yourself how this works. Right? I got it at 6%, but you can see the details of the reference image requires a smaller brush size than 6%, and we're going to do that. So what's it doing is that it's really helping us to understand the tone values that are going on in the reference image. This is the color. Okay, I'm going to go here, 3%, and just use that color to do the block coloring there. There's the block. There's a color patch here, another color patch here, another color patch here. You see, it's a bit like paint by numbers, but it's way more powerful and versatile than paint by numbers because you control the size of your brush and you have a reference image to work with directly. This is the power of the digital medium, and Paintology has taken full advantage of this. Yeah. So here, okay. So let's see what kind of image we've got. So far we've got some kind of a, let's do his eyes, right? With this image, right? With our smaller brush. So we're going to go and do that, and then do that part of his eyes here, and then pick another color. You can see there's a variation of tones going on, and then I'm simply picking the color picker and picking out those tones, that's all. Okay. And then we've got another nice tone there, and a tone there, and just a simple tone there, and a black there. And since it's a black canvas, you're not going to see the black you put down. It's not going to be that obvious, since it's a black background, yeah? Very rapid way of getting a drawing to your canvas from a reference image. And you can load any reference image of your choice. Yeah, it doesn't have to be this, I think this tiger that we're doing, right? Is it tiger? I'm not sure. Okay. So, so you got so many of these tutorials. Look at that. You see how it's coming together, and you continue to do that, and you'll have a nice drawing in front of you. And what is that improved? It's firstly improved your drawing strokes, and secondly, it's improved your tuning your brain to look at tones in an image. And that's some of the live streams that I tend to work with. Initially with block coloring, and then I jump to quickly switching from, I usually tend to towards the end, I just switch between my drawing and click on this button there you see on the bottom of the trace bar, and I can see that drawing, and then I pick the color tones directly, and that actually helps you a lot. Pick the color tones that you think are there, and that really tune your brain. Pick the tones that you see, right? And then it helps you to shape, really get tuned into what tonal values are like, right? Really helps you a great deal on drawing, and then that's the reason why I can make photorealistic drawings with relative ease. So there you have it. So again, you can save this, save, and then it will all go to your, I've saved it already, so it will all come to your, and then you can resume the work. And there's lots of video guides here that will teach you the same thing, similar things, but it's organized to show you how to do shading and doing various methods of drawing. These are just a handful of methods that I've shown you that's available in Paintology, and you can do even connect the dots is available. So the main ones are paint by numbers, pencil drawing, block coloring, and those three will rapidly improve your skill set. So also for absolute beginners, you just want to improve your drawing strokes, get comfortable with colors, and this is very good. This category here is excellent for that, and you can find so many tutorials, different type of tutorials for you to work with, and select something that you can handle and not something that's a bit difficult. Then there is the community section where people are posting their own images, artwork, yeah, yeah. And then you can see all these and make comments and join the community and make comments and upload your comments. This is the community that you can work with, yeah. So that's, and then the draw method allows you to even take camera pictures and draw over it and use block coloring. Trace is of course the block coloring, and there's an overlay image which is allows you to work with an image on the same reference image at the same level as your drawing. Yeah, so you just need to try that out. Yeah, so that's all we have here for, and I hope you've enjoyed this the short drawing class, and I hope to bring you more tomorrow, and I'll post the drawings that I'll be working with tomorrow in the morning, and I hope to see you then in my live YouTube streaming sessions. Thank you for watching, and see you soon. Bye bye.